Good Tuesday afternoon. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, here's our culprit. This is an area of low pressure tracking through Wisconsin. It's going to be taking a track into James Bay, Canada, and it's a pretty good distance away, but needless to say, you can see how strong the winds are. Very tight pressure gradient that's taking place and tightening as we speak as this area of low pressure deepens and tracks across the Great Lakes. We have winds that are starting to show up across parts of western Vermont, but light at this point. And so far, here are the wind gusts greater than 30 miles per hour. And including Vermont here, you can see we've already had some wind gusts stronger across Lake Champlain. I believe those might have been from the overnight period, as these are 24-hour maximums. These winds should be on the increase over time. Precipitation type, well, we can see some pretty heavy snow back across the upper Midwest, Minnesota into Wisconsin, and a shot of a warm front. This is warmer air overrunning colder air, and that overrunning is what's going to be moving in here. And we're looking at a shot of wet snow, and then eventually we'll see a kind of a mixture of precipitation types working into Vermont. It's some question how far north the rain's going to be getting, but I suspect it'll be up to the Canadian border and point south tomorrow morning, roughly around daybreak. It may take most of the night to get there. And here's our snow shield that's pushing east. This is about 5 o'clock. Notice it begins to fall apart and then retreat. And after midnight, it does change to rain and then push off to the east, clearing the area by around 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Just a few residual showers and a pretty nice day situated for Wednesday. So here's our storm system, and you can see that very tight pressure gradient. And that next 6-hour jump here, this would be valid 7 o'clock in the morning. Notice the colder air swings in aloft, but the damage will have been done at that point in time. So this is how it looks basically by 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. A nice break. This is our next rainstorm that's going to be riding in and bring in another shot of warmer air and even warmer temperatures on Thursday. Latest European model showing the leading edge of the snow shield and then mixed precipitation types, but also continuing snow in some of our local higher terrain. And then changing over to rain. That's by 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that chunk is just the last leftovers here across the northern tier areas pulling away. And then we clear on out and we should get some decent sunshine. So looking at winds, maximum winds in miles an hour. Boom. This is valid 1 o'clock in the morning, and this goes back through 7 o'clock in the evening, so that 6-hour period. These are our maximum gusts. Notable across the higher terrain, very strong across the Champlain Valley. Wind gusts greater than 50 miles per hour, probably 55 to near 60. And then, of course, the higher spine of the Green Mountains all the way down now into the Berkshires, and this has been expanding with each model run, as I believe the area of low pressure is a little bit deeper and pressure gradient very, very tight. Now, this is valid 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. You can still see the spine of the Green Mountains being interacted. At that point in time, we are looking at wind directions more or less out of the southwest. So just to back this up, south-southwesterly. And then 1 o'clock in the morning, a south-southeasterly direction with that downsloping quality. But the winds do shift more southwesterly over time. And that's valid, again, 1 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon. And looking at temperature, this is what we're going to be seeing roughly at about 7 o'clock this evening in terms of temperatures. Temperatures have just made it up to 32 degrees in the Burlington area. Not so east of the Green Mountains. Temperatures do make a rise of a few degrees during the overnight period and continue that rise. And we're looking at 40-degree temperatures at both Morrisville, Stowe, St. Johnsbury, and pretty much everywhere away from the mountains and the lower valleys by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just continuing that This looks about 1 o'clock, so temperatures start to come back down as colder air moves in aloft, starts to lower the temperature, and this sets up basically what we're looking at 1 o'clock in the morning the next night. We're talking Thursday. You're looking at precipitation type with the new 12Z NAM model. This is moving in. You can see it comes in piecemeal. This would be valid 7 o'clock in the evening. This would be 10 o'clock in the evening. Strongest winds are blowing at that point. Notice that a lot of the precipitation mostly on the eastern side of Vermont, and a lot of downsloping with a lot of shadowing effects. Pretty classic situation here. Valid again at 10 o'clock. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. Precipitation starts to work back in, mostly as rain, and a rain kind of snow mix. And then it exits by 7 o'clock in the morning. Very much confirming what the European showing as well as the HRRR model now. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.